Welcome back to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We're brought to you by Pelican, built tough for all situations. Go to pelican.com. YakGadget, for all your fine kayak fishing accessory needs. Go to YakGadget.com. Eastport Marina, on the beautiful shores of Dale Hollow Lake, for all your lodging, kayaking, and fishing needs. Go to eastport.info. Now let's get this show started.
That's right. It's Takeover Tuesday. Let's do this.
Welcome to a special edition of the Rusty Hook Podcast, streaming live on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. 1 hour of straight talk regarding tournament news, angler profiles, gear reviews, and more. Now let's get our show started by joining with John Rapp, our host.
Hey guys, John Rapp here, Rusty Hook Kayak Fishing Podcast. Season 3, episode 32, and it's all about community. So, wanted to reach out and talk to all of our friends, followers, and family here at the Paddle and Fin Podcast, Rusty Hook Kayak Fishing Podcast, and talk to you about a person and people that are dear to my heart. First and foremost, all of you guys are, because you're part of the same community that I am, and that's the kayak fishing community. We're a family. We share a common love for a sport. Bass fishing, musky fishing, whatever we can catch out of a piece of plastic that floats in the water. It can be worth $300. It can be worth $5,000. But we're all in it together. So that's basically why this episode might not have the most upbeat, type of episode, because it is sort of a somber tone that I'm going to be talking to you about. And it's about taking care of each other. I've been in this sport roughly 10 years now, and I've seen a lot of ebbs and flows. There's been some question in my mind about here in West Virginia. We're seeing a drop in participation in our tournaments, but it's not because the sport's dead. It's because somehow or another we're failing to bring everybody together. I understand life happens. We understand that inflation is going on and everything is so expensive. And people might not have the means to be able to travel, spend money on entry fees, gas, especially doing it twice a month, and that includes your online tournaments. But the reason that I'm bringing these type things up is that I know things are hard and tight. But that doesn't, that's just everyday life. But sometimes you can get thrown a curveball. Sometimes there's illnesses that jump in our face. Injuries. And particularly, some of them just don't go away, but they linger, and they keep attacking you and attacking you. And that's why I'm coming to you now. A very dear friend of mine, a teammate for the last 5-6 years with the Feelfree fishing team, has been fighting Parkinson's disease. And it's sort of it's up on Facebook now. There's an event that I'm going to share with you that I want to ask you all if you are capable in one way or another, get involved. Share the event with your friends. Businesses contribute to the prize pool so we can encourage others to get involved. But to my point, this illness has struck all of us by attacking this dear man, this dear friend of mine. And I believe a lot of you folks out in the Midwest may know Jay. Parkinson's is something that we're all familiar with because of Michael J. Fox, some other stars out there that have lived with this disease. As it progresses, it's more debilitating. And unfortunately, doctors have told Jay within the last week that they don't feel that it's safe for him to be on a kayak any longer, and that and his disease is progressing to where he has to spend more time in a wheelchair. So one of my teammates, Joshua Booth, has created a tournament. And it's really cool the way that he's doing this. It's an online tournament nationwide. Originally, it was going to be just a regional tournament for the guys in the Midwest, because that's where these fellas are from, the Missouri, Kansas area, Moyak tournament series. And I was able to reach out to Josh, and we're opening up. He's going to open it up to be a nationwide event. As you can see, it's Sunday. It's going to be a Sunday tournament from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's the rough the outline hours. And again, you can see what it's about here. Let me get all the details here for you. And as you can see by reading the event, as I've stated, Jay got bad news. The doctor's basically saying, hey, I don't think it's safe for you to be in a kayak any longer. And Jay's like, well, he's been an active tournament angler for years. And I know it breaks his heart, but he's going to go ahead and get rid of a lot of his equipment, but because he has to buy an electric wheelchair. And that's, I mean, you guys know, with that comes a way to haul it around. So he's got to buy that hitch. I don't know how to explain it, but you know, you guys have seen them at Walmarts and other locations where they'll have a carrier on the back of a vehicle where they can with the hitch to carry their wheelchair. So it's going to cost a little bit of money. So the whole idea is to try to raise about $6,000. And I got to tell you, this just launched, I think, day before yesterday. It's not been a full 48 hours yet, and there's already close to 30 people. Josh told me yesterday he's raised almost $2,000 already. I've worked with some companies that I'm familiar with, and we've added to the prize pool. ZPRO Fishing Online, Feelfree Kayaks. So I'm going to flip up to the Attorney X event here so you can get some more details. It's Prize packs will reward the top 10% of the field. So that's the goal. Um, so far, Gator Bait Company's been added. Hoping to add a few more today. Catch boards only. It's an MLF style tournament. So for you guys that don't know what an MLF style tournament is, I will clue you in by talking about Edwin Evers. A lot of you guys watched him in that tournament 5, 6, 7 years ago, where he was back up in a river and he was throwing a crankbait, and every cast for like 20 casts in a row, he caught a fish. And every one of those fish were scoreable. So that's how this is going to work on Tourney X. If you catch a fish over 12 inches, place it on your board, take a picture of it, and submit it to Tourney X. Now, I know I've run a few tournaments like this in the past, and after the 23rd or 24th fish, you will start calling your fish. So upload those fish, and to the volunteers in the background at MoYak that are going to be grading this event, thank you from the bottom of my heart. So this tournament is a benefit tournament for Jay, Paddle and Fin podcast followers and friends. If you can, as an individual or as a business, reach out to me, reach out to Josh, and let us know how you can help. Donations. I'll pull this back up for you again. Right there in the middle of the screen, donations can be sent via PayPal to moyakfishingseries@gmail.com. Please note what the donation is for in the comment section. Also, when you sign up for the event on Tourney X, you know how you have the big bass fees and stuff like that? Well, Josh has set it up where you can click on there and you can make an extra donation there. So you don't have to make 2 payments if you're wanting to add to your donations for this event. I can tell you, Jay is an extremely humble man. He did not know that Josh was going to do this. And this is not the only way that you're going to be able to contribute. Feelfree Kayaks will be coming out with a raffle in the near future with a very, very nice prize for the winner. And I hope that you guys will watch for that and contribute there in that event if you're not able to do this tournament or this event here. Again, you don't have to fish it. It's just a way to raise money for Jay and help him with the costs for this chair, electric wheelchair, and the hitch hauling system. And you know, I mean, Jay's been fighting this disease for years. So, you know, the expenses are there, and anything that we can do as a community here in the kayak fishing world to help him just a little bit is very much appreciated. I appreciate it. Josh, and you know Jay's going to. We have to look out for each other, right? I mean, that's what this community is all about. We've done it time and time and time again. As an owner and operator of the West Virginia kayak anglers for years. Every month when we did tournaments, we donated to a cause, whether it was a animal shelter, a, a veterans group. We even donated to families with children in the hospital to help with the expenses. I mean, because it's not like you're eating out at home, or you're eating at home. You're eating out a lot. You're putting a lot of gas in your vehicle to go to from appointments, and so everything helps. And I it's just one of these episodes, man. I mean, this is one of those heartfelt episodes where I'm not scripted. I'm not sitting here. I don't have a bunch of videos plugged in to share with you about something. I'm just telling you and asking you as family to take a moment and see what you can do. And I understand times are tough. These Bidenomics out here are really hurting everybody's pocket. So anyway, Turdy X, go look it up and see what you can do there. All right, guys, let's change gears here. I want to talk to you about something that we're doing at ZPRO Lithium. If you own a ZPRO Lithium battery and you're a content creator, you like doing stuff with your phone, you've got your Insta360, and I'm going to talk about that too. Hey, then go to, and you got 9 days to do it, go to the ZPRO Lithium community page, build a video using your ZPRO Lithium battery in the video, 30 to 60 seconds. So it's a video contest for your video shorts, your Instagram. You can any format. Go look at the group, look at the event. There's already about 6 videos up, if not more. I haven't checked it today. But great prizes. You can win up to $500 cash or $800 toward ZPRO's store for a new battery or swag. So take a look at that. So last week, let's take a quick break. I'm going to get into what I did last week with some friends down on the river.
ZPRO Lithium, serious power in 12, 24, and 36 volt applications. Bluetooth capable. Go to ZPRO Lithium for more. DuBro Fishing, American-made marine applications and locally manufactured soft plastics. Visit DuBroFishing.com. Feelfree Kayaks, paddle, pedal, or power. There's something for everyone. Check out Feelfreeus.com. YakGadget, American-made kayak fishing accessories and gear. Go to YakGadget.com for your rigging needs. Ace Adventure Resort, West Virginia's #1 destination for hiking, biking, ziplining, whitewater rafting, and more. Check out aceraft.com. Westbrook Supply Co, Georgia's premium supplier for all your kayak rigging supplies and fishing equipment. Go visit westbrooksupply.com.
Yeah, man, it's a good jam. I'm going to play that a little bit more often. So, yeah, went down to the river with Jody Queen, Arnie, Tyler, Tony. I just keep thinking of Tony with that broken tooth. Anyway, that's another story we'll get into. But and then Paul, all the families, the kids, campground. If you go look at my Facebook page, I posted a few pictures. So me and Jody, we've been planning this for well, we were talking about 3 months ago. He's like, yeah, man, we go down the river every July. So I'm like, well, let me know. I'll go with you. So he reaches out to me last week on Monday evening. Says, hey, man, we're going down. I'm like, okay. Well, we had thought we got our communications crossed, and I was thinking it was the following week. So I was not packed. He's like, yeah, we're leaving in the morning. I'm like, oh, okay. So I went out the next morning. I packed up my kayak, packed up a bag, and took off. And I thought it was going to be something very, very, what's the word for it? Grassroots, remote. Man, was I surprised. So I get there. Before I stopped, I got at Walmart. I got me one of those little pop-up canopies, and I got a small one. I got a 4x6, and I grabbed a one-man tent. I think I had in both of those I had $80. So, because I thought we was gonna be roughing it out on the water. Well, when I get there, they have one of the most beautiful, pristine spots on the New River. It's got a huge field. It floats right down. It rolls right down into the water, in the floodplain, of course. And campers, huge pop-ups like the 12 by 15s, 3 of them stacked in a row. And the middle one's got like a big, huge outdoor kitchen. I'm telling you, Jody and the group do it right. What a beautiful, beautiful. I've never seen a group of people play cornhole the way they do in my life. I mean, cornhole and fishing and campfires. I mean, what a better way to spend 3 days. And they were down there, I think, close to 10 days. I caught them in the middle of the week when Jody went. But absolutely had a great time. Really beautiful section of the river. My understanding is probably the widest section of the New River. I mean, close to a mile wide, or if not longer, or if not half, between 3/4 of a mile and a mile from one bank to the other. I mean, we were out there fishing, and somebody had used an area as a golfing range, and we're hitting golf balls because there's a group of golf balls out in the middle of the river, and you still couldn't, from where those golf ball was. I can hit a golf ball a long way, or used to be able to, and where they were at, I couldn't reach the other side of the bank. So you're looking at 500 yards, bank to bank, if not more. But we got in some good fish each day. Somebody got a citation fish, which in Virginia is a 20-inch smallie. Now, if you go look at some of the YouTube videos on Jody Queen's page, he'll tell you how he did it. Right at dark. It's one of the great things about being on the river and not fishing a tournament is you fish when you want to. You don't have to get up at ass crack at dawn and go, excuse me, or you go when you want to. So, I mean, I got up every morning, 6:45, and I'd hit the water till probably 10. Then I cruise back in, grab a sandwich, eat, drink a few cold drinks. They would have the fire. The ladies would be around. They'd have the fire going, watching the kids, just relaxing, chilling out. Come in. I tell you, we had great breakfasts every morning. You come back in, the ladies would have sausage gravy and biscuits, eggs. I mean, isn't that what it's about? Camping. And that's the topic of this today is all about community, right? And I think that's some of the things that we have missing in the kayak fishing world today, is that we need to offer and do more things together outside of going to a tournament. I can tell you, this group here, Paddle and Fin Podcast, if you're not looking, or if you're aware, April of 2024, we're going back to Dale Hollow. And although it is a 2-day fishing tournament, most people go down there. I know the guys here from West Virginia, we had 18 go last year. We went down, most of us went down for a week. It is not just a tournament, it's an event. It's a getaway, it's a vacation. And being in April, after spending 6 months sitting in the house thinking about fishing, it's just an absolutely great way for us folks in the Mid-Atlantic, Northeast, and you Midwest folks to get started for the year. So make sure you go. It's already up on Tourney X. Look for Del Holla Paddle and Fin Podcast on their tab, club tab, for Del Holla 2024. It's a $100 entry fee. And last year we were giving over $1,000 a day for big bass. One fish win $1,000 or more. So we've got great people involved in the event, the tournament. So start looking to go now for April of next year. But back to the river in Virginia, we caught some good fish. And I bought this camera here, the Insta360. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you are a videographer, this is what you need. GoPro makes something similar, but I'm going to tell you right now, you can go watch a video on my Facebook page that I put up. This is the first one that I did. I built the whole thing on my phone using the app. The app is outstanding, very intuitive. You can use it to set up marks on your video. So because you got a 360 video, and you can mark the video in different areas in 360. So as it plays, it moves to that mark. So it will spin the video to that mark. Pretty cool. I mean, excellent concept. I don't know why I have not purchased this before, because as you guys know, I for years have recorded all of my video on my iPhones. I've got a second iPhone 10 that I use on my boat to record video, and that's how, if you get also on my Facebook page back in June, how I lost my phone because I was doing the old selfie. I stuck it down in my raincoat. Well, that raincoat had shallow pockets, and as I was paddling out of the grass, I bumped it, dropped it in the water, and was it not able to upload my personal best. It would have changed my Tourney X profile. That fish was a 22.5 largemouth, and my biggest largemouth right now is a 20.5. So it would have been a 2-inch upgrade for my biggest fish ever. Still is the biggest fish I've ever caught, no doubt in my mind. But so take a look at that. Insta360. Maybe put it on your Christmas wish list for this fall. Or you wives, or get ready to get your husband something for his birthday coming up. Great way to do it. A little expensive, but definitely worth it because of the capabilities that you can do with it. Let's see. I appreciate you guys listening to Old Man Ramble tonight. Wanted to touch on Jay's benefit and ask you to contribute one way or another. Also, make sure you go and hit those like buttons for the Paddle and Fin podcast, and go to the Rusty Hook page too and hit that like button when you have time. We got some good stuff coming up here in the near future. We've got Memorial Day weekend coming up. I may do something live out on the water for that. We got one more fishing trip to do on the river. And then October, we'll do the Streamoween again. Using this new software, I'll have to start uploading and figuring out a way to get my video from my other platforms to StreamYard. But so far, as you can see, I've adapted fairly well to it. I've got a few of my little videos up, the intros up, stuff. But what do you guys want to see? Who do you want me to talk to? I'd love to hear from you. Anybody would like to jump on the show with me and talk, we'll do our best to do that. I'm available 24/7. Retired now. If I'm not fishing, not working on stuff for ZPRO or Feelfree Kayaks, I can work with you. Anyway, just want to thank you for your assistance and your help in advance for everybody that gets involved in Jay Harmon's benefit event. Trust me, there's no more of a humble man that you'll ever meet than Jay, and whatever you do, he'll be much appreciated, as well as I am for you to do that. Safety, always wear your PFD when you're on the water, folks. Let somebody know where you're at, your travel plans to and from. Ain't much more to say than that. Wish you all the best. Stay safe. Thank you again.